morning, dear students. How are you all? Hope you are fine and also preparing for your first exams PT1 that are coming on your way from 23rd. So we have already floated the revised date sheet on your class WhatsApp group. You can just view that date sheet and prepare accordingly. And then we have also again given you a syllabus according to which you need to prepare. So just go through the syllabus along with the date sheet that has been shared on your class groups. So I hope by now almost all the children have joined Google Classroom. So but there are few who are unable to join. They have joined the Google Classroom but not all the classes. If they have supposedly joined SST, they are missing in English, or English if they have joined, they are missing in social studies. So it's a request to all the parents and the students to please just check it again, and whatever classes you have not joined, do it so by today itself, since you have your exams coming just after 2 days. So we want to assure ourselves that yes, you have joined the classroom and you are able to post the assignment, so that we can be double confirmed that you will be not facing any problem on the day of your exams in posting your answer scripts. So this is a small request to you all. Just check it once again. Whichever class is missing, just please do join it again. So okay, again today we are here with our recap class, the revision that we have started, and we have already done with the sentences. Then we started with the nouns. I discussed about the meaning of noun and the types of noun, that is proper noun, common noun. Then we have done abstract noun, collective noun, material noun. So all these we have already discussed, and I have also given you one assignment based on that. Hope you all have done. I have received your assignments. I was checking those, but then there are some students who have not posted. So please do so that I can know how much you have understood the concept. Then we also discussed about the singulars and plural nouns, countable and uncountable nouns. Uncountable, as the name suggests, that cannot be counted, and countable, that can be counted. Singular, that can denote one person. Plural, if it is more than one person. And how you have to change from singulars to plural, there was 6 to 8 rules that we have discussed in our previous video, and I have revised again how you can change from singulars to plural. So I have asked you to revise the rules so that the concept is clear to you all. Hope you have done that. Now coming to our next topic, that is genders. Okay, so let's see what are genders now. Okay, so we start with the genders now. Nouns based on gender. So what are genders? Genders are basically the things or nouns that we use for either a male or a female, or it can be both, and we call it as a common gender. Then it can be for a non-living thing which is neither a living, which can be neither a male or a female, so we call it as a neuter gender. So let's study about all these types of nouns based on gender today. So we start first with these are what? These are types based on gender. So we first off start with the masculine gender. What are masculine nouns? As the name suggests, masculine refers to male animal or a person. Refers to male. Okay. So let's have one example to make the point clear. If I talk of your father, if I talk of your uncle, if I talk of any other person who is a male, or if I talk of anything that refers to male, so this is known as masculine gender. So let's have examples, that is husband, brother, father, uncle. So these are what? These are your masculine genders. Next we have just the opposite of masculine, that is feminine gender. So what are feminine genders? Feminine gender, as the name suggests, refers to feminine. So means refers to females. So it refers to females. Females, you can take the example, if I say of your mother, of your sister, of your aunt, or any other lady or a thing that is female, so we call it as a feminine gender. Coming to the third one, as I discussed, we have common gender also. So now what are common genders? Common gender, it can be either a male or a female. When we are not sure whether we are talking of a male specifically or a female specifically, so we call it as what? We call it as a common gender. So refers to person or things in common. Can you give me one example of such? So many examples can be found. For example, if I say student, am I sure whether I am talking of a female student or a masculine student? It can be a boy, it can be a girl. So what is it? Student, it is your common gender. Similarly, there are so many examples. If I talk of, let us see, take it from your book only. If I talk of a friend, you are not sure whether you are talking of a male friend or a female friend, so it can be any. Then you have cook or chef. It can be a female chef, it can be a male cook. So that is what it is, common gender. When you are unable to decide whether we are talking of masculine, male or feminine, that is female. Then you have your neuter gender. Now what are neuter genders? Neuter genders are the genders for which we refer to non-living things. For example, if I talk of this marker, this is what? Your neuter gender, which is non-living thing. So it can be your pen, it can be your fan, it can be your chalk, the daily things that you all see in your classroom. So all these are your neuter genders. So I hope this much is clear to you all. Then there are 3 to 4 rules that will tell you how you can change the masculines to feminines, as we have done in case of numbers. So similarly, we have some rules for changing masculine to feminine. So let's see how it is changed. So we call it as transformation from masculine to feminine. So let's see it now, how you can change. So these rules are again very important. I have already told you about numbers. So you need to just learn, you should know how the rules is used, how you can change from masculines to feminine by following these rules. So let's take the rules one by one. We can also see it as rules. So let's see now. Okay. So let us see the first rule, which says by adding the suffixes e, double s at the end of the noun. Supposing you are given any noun and you just need to add on e double s as a suffix. We have already done prefixes and suffixes. So what are prefixes? The letters that we add in the beginning of the word. Suffixes, the letters that we add at the end of the word. So let us see what is the rule and how it works. So first, by adding suffixes like e, double s at the end of noun. So let us take one example based on this noun. Supposingly we have your noun lion. So how will you change into a female? It will lion, your noun as it is. Simply you need to add on e double s. So it becomes lion, lioness. Next example, if I say priest, it will be priest plus s, that becomes priestess. So this way simply you will add on e double s, the suffix, and you will get your feminine noun. So next rule, let us see what it says. By adding the suffix e double s after dropping the vowel of the masculine ending. So supposingly you are given any noun, that is a masculine noun, and then you have to add e double s again, the suffix, but after dropping the vowel there. So let us see one example. Drop, the rule says drop the vowel and add e double s as suffix. So let us see one example of this. Supposingly we have waiter. Now change it into feminine noun. So how will it be? First see which is the vowel here. So it is waitress, so it will be waitress. So waiter changes into waitress. Then hunter we have another. So let us see how you can change it into feminine. Hunter changes into huntress. How? Just drop this vowel and add ESS. So it will be huntress. So this way the rule second says that whatever vowel is used, just drop that vowel. So you need to simply add on later ESS as suffix. Okay. Coming to the third rule, by replacing a word before or after. So this is something different. Supposedly one noun is given, so you can add a word to it before or after it. So let us see one example. The rule says by adding a word before or after. So let's take one example. For example, if I have peacock, so can you change it into a feminine noun? What word will you add and where will you add? So it becomes hen. Cock changes into hen. So we have added a new word after the word p. So this is the rule that says it, that just add some words either after the noun that is given or before the noun that is given. One more example we have, very commonly used, policeman. Now, we just don't see how we can change. It is very simple. Simply you need to do what is, write down police as it is. Now, man changes into, you should be knowing the gender of man. If you know it, we can easily change it into a feminine gender. So man will be women. So this is how you change it into simply your feminine gender by adding some words either in the beginning or at the end. So just take one more example. These were two examples in which we have added the words after. So now one example I have for you of before also. So you might have used the words, what it is, man, servant. So now see, how will you change it into feminine? You should be knowing it that man is used for a masculine. So what should we use for a women? So it is maid. We usually use this word for the maids that you see in your house that does your household work. So it is maid plus your servant, making it a maid servant. So this is how, by adding the word before and keeping the last word same, we have just changed it into a feminine gender. So I hope the three rules are clear to you. One more rule we have, so let us recall that rule also now. So let us see, I'll just give you a small hint here. So it is rule number 4 and the last rule, by using an entirely different word. Using an entirely different word. So what it means that completely you will change your word and you will get your feminine gender. So let's see one example. For example, very commonly daily used nouns, father. Now we are not going to add the suffix ESS. We are not going to remove the vowel like E we have removed here. Then we are not going to add some new words either after or before. Simply what we are going to do is we will change the entire word. How? Father we all know refers to male. So mother, this you all know, we use it daily. So mother is your feminine gender. Similarly, you have your brother, it changes into sister. Yes or no? Okay, then you have aunt, uncle, or uncle and aunt. So it can be either masculine to feminine or feminine to masculine. So these were the 4 rules that you need to remember how you will change these masculines to feminine gender. Then based on this, we have done so many exercises in your book in which they have just given a table and they have given the nouns, and you have been asked to complete the table just by writing the gender first, whether it is masculine, feminine, neuter or common. Then the opposite gender they have asked you for the noun. Then you can be either given a question that is choose the odd one out. 2 to 3 they can give you nouns. So if they are giving you 3 nouns, 2 can be masculine and 1 can be feminine. So which one is odd here? So it is feminine. So you will circle the feminine, that is odd one out of a list of all the male nouns. Okay. Then there can be one more. In the form of sentences, they can give you and ask you to choose the nouns that are common nouns and neuter nouns. So you can be asked to either underline the common noun and circle the neuter gender. So this way also it can be asked, and we have already done it in your books. Then again, identify the masculine nouns out of a group of sentences. They can ask you choose the masculine nouns or change the noun that is given over there, the highlighted word, into the opposite of that. So this way we have done so many exercises, we have done so many new words, and for every sentence we have discussed all the answers in my video. So you can just refer to those videos again and you can just learn those new nouns that we have done. So this was something that I wanted you to learn today. So with this we also finish with the revision of nouns. Based on this, I'll be giving you some of the assignments that you have to do in your grammar notebook as usual. So I'll assign you the time also. It will be in the form of a mock test. Supposingly earlier I was giving you 1 day to complete that, but now I will be providing you the limited time. Supposingly if it is 50 sentences, then I'll provide you with 50 minutes and you need to complete it in 50 minutes. So let me see how fast you attempt. So this will also reveal how much you have understood the concept. But then you have to be honest. Don't take any help from your elders or from your brother or sister. Be honest to yourself and just complete the given assignment on time, and also please submit so that I can come to know how much you have understood the concept. So we'll meet again in the next video with your exercises that I have given you, or you can say assignments. So I just discussed the answers and you can just check out or tally your answers from the videos that I will be giving you in the coming sessions or days. So we'll discuss all the assignments, we'll discuss all the exercises based on sentences, based on nouns, whatever I have given you. So that's all for today. Just go through the rules, stay safe, stay home.